My brother brought something back from New Orleans. Now something's wearing his skin. I hadn't heard from my brother Peter in over a year when I got the phone call. He dropped off the grid right after Mom died, took off to find himself, whatever that meant. The last I knew, he was couch surfing in New Orleans, working odd jobs, and getting too deep into the scene down there. The call came from an unknown number. The voice on the other end said, "Come get him. He's not right." That was it. No name. No location. Just the click of a deadline. I probably should have let it go. Pete always played the victim, always ran when things got real. But something about that voice, it didn't sound angry. It sounded scared. I drove to New Orleans. It took 2 days. By the time I got to the address left in my voicemail, an old shotgun house sagging on its foundation in Treme, my nerves were shot. The street was quiet, too quiet. Most windows were boarded. I knocked once. No answer. I pushed the door open. The smell hit first: mildew, rot, and something metallic. The air was thick, and the room was dark except for the flickering of a single candle. On the floor, scrawled in what looked like dried blood, was a Vev symbol. I only recognized it because I'd looked up voodoo symbols on the drive. This one was for Baron Samedi, the Loa of the dead. Pete was sitting in the corner, shirtless, thin as a rail. He looked up. His eyes were too wide. Like they didn't blink anymore. "I'm ready now," he whispered. I told him we were going home. He didn't argue. He followed me out like a stray dog. But the whole ride back to Georgia, he barely said a word. Just stared out the window, whispering names under his breath. Not words, names. Old names. Names that made me uncomfortable to hear. It started small. Pete wouldn't eat. I'd cook, offer him takeout, beer, anything. He just shook his head. He started locking himself in the bathroom for hours at night. I heard him talking in there. Sometimes laughing. But when I asked, he said he didn't remember doing it. One night I found dirt under his fingernails. Like black, wet soil. When I asked where it came from, he said, "From where I was buried." I started keeping my bedroom door locked. Then came the animals. The neighbor's cat showed up on our porch, eviscerated. Then a squirrel, its eyes gouged out. I found both of them placed neatly in front of my door. The same Vev symbol was carved into their fur. I confronted Pete. I yelled, begged, even tried to slap some sense into him. But all he said was, "It's not me anymore. He's riding me now. Like a horse." Like and follow for the next part.